It's a bit of fluff stuck in my hair. I thought there was a spot there. Hello. Can I actually get it out of my hair? No, it's kind of tangled up in my fur. Did I get it? Yeah. Okay. Copy the link. Computer's being slow again. I had a weird dream. While I'm doing this, I can tell you about my weird dream. I have no idea what caused this random kind of bit of paranoia, but a couple of nights ago, I had a random dream about just sitting here and then basically like doing some work or just finishing up on something, and then all of a sudden the camera lights, the lights for the cameras on the computer, like in particular this one and this one, basically the lights that showed that the camera's working were on. And I don't know why, but it's just like somebody hacked into my computer. I've had this feeling that was what was happening. But no, it was a dream. There was nothing sinister about it or anything. It was just a thing. Anyway, Discord is informed. We are goodly good. We are goodly good. Well, I am completely free for work stuff. I basically have finished all the projects that I'm getting paid for, and I'm ready to just do the tub stuff. I am still working because I still haven't got it yet. My green screen. I'm still waiting for my green screen to turn up while my blue screen, so that I can actually get on with the dorky orky stuff. So there's that. I have begun the process because it actually is like it's taking a little while for me to be verified. The Just for Fans thing, that side project is kind of like it's being done. It's like I said, it's taking a while. I just need to be verified. It's a whole big thing to do with like, I don't know if they actually did get my bank details right or not. I don't know if they actually did, get my my Twitter link up and all that stuff, because they need that to verify you and all that stuff. But it's just that their site is a bit finicky. It wasn't the one that I was thinking it was, because what happened was when I was actually looking, researching OnlyFans and Just for Fans. Oh, excuse me. I tried to reactivate my OnlyFans. That didn't work because they needed you to download an app so that you could actually verify that you are who you say you are and all of that stuff. And it just turned out to be a pain in the butt, like lots and lots and lots of faffing, and like me spending a little over an hour basically just trying to figure out like how I can actually turn it back on again. And in the end, they basically were just it was just incredibly hard to do. I did it, but it was just like, this isn't worth it, and your site is still finicky as fuck. I don't know what it is with OnlyFans, but their back end is terrible. And they basically, I think it's because they want you to basically edit everything and upload everything directly from your phone, which is just like terrible. But and yet I've seen people do it. I've seen people basically, I've edited people's videos that they've uploaded to OnlyFans, and they still make OnlyFans content. So I don't understand how they can put up with this, because it's as bad as Pornhub. It's not, YouTube is getting better. Its back end is actually kind of smooth now, But it's just like there is a thing. There was a time when YouTube used to be like painful to you have to get into the studio. You can't just directly upload from the computer. You have to go into the studio bit. You have to check out. You have to fill out all of these forms to show like how your videos go up. You have to put descriptions in. You have to link people. You have to do all of this other stuff. And I generally don't do that because essentially it's just like I just want to upload my video and that's it. It's done. And that's the system I use, and it's fine. I don't really put anything in the description unless basically I absolutely need to, mainly for time saving purposes, and the other reason is because it's just fucking annoying if I don't do that. If I was to do that, it would just be really, 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 really effortly that like basically I'm a lazy bastard when it comes to that stuff. you know it's boring, and I'm too lazy to basically put a description for every single one of my videos. Yeah, it's like, and also another thing, I can't remember a lot of the times. I can't remember exactly what's in the video that I'm uploading at the time. So it's like I don't know what to say about the video. If I was to say something about every single upload that I make, it would just be kind of like a lot of me apologizing for random stuff that's wrong in the video. That piece of fluff is still in my beard fur on my face. It will not come out of my beard fur. It's making me annoyed because it looks like a spot, but it's not a spot. I'm not that vain. If I had a spot, I would basically be annoyed at a spot, but it's not. It's a piece of fluff on my face. Ugh. Anyway. So no, OnlyFans is completely retired. It's just, yeah. So I went on to Just for Fans, and there are like 3 different websites that are just for fans. There's just for .fans, there's just for fans .app, and then there's just for fans something else, and I can't remember which one that is, but that's not the one I actually clicked on. I thought that the most professional looking one is just for fans .app, and I thought that was the one. But I wanted to be absolutely sure before I actually committed anything to a website in case like they didn't allow certain things on their website. You'd think that'd be fair enough, right? There's been a bastard that's been on my Discord DMs who essentially won't shut up and keeps poking me about this whole Just for Fans shit. Apparently it wasn't enough. I had to do it absolutely right now. Well, he's happy because it happens to turn out. It turns out that after checking out Patch's Just for Fans, it's just for .fans. That's the actual one. The most sketchy one turned out to be, looking one, turned out to be the right one. Whatever. I've now made an account there. I'm Tubbs for Fans. That's my username there. I will be advertising soonish. I haven't uploaded anything yet because, like I said, I'm trying to get the whole verification process. I'm trying to fill out a profile before I actually turn the whole thing on, and it's working. It's taking a while for me to be verified, apparently. So yeah, so that is sorted, or at least that's going to be sorted soon. Once that's done, hopefully I will be able to upload things, the videos, the not safe for work videos, like starting from my old backlog, and it will just be the not safe for work videos, so don't expect all of my content to be on the Just for Fans thing. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I'm starting to believe that I won't be able to actually have an archive online of all of my video content unless I actually pay a website to actually store all of it, and I don't like that. That's annoying, you know. Because not everything is on YouTube. Not everything is on not everything is on Pornhub like it was gonna be. You know, I need a place that they can work. I don't think that Just for Fans will let me use that as an archive. You know, like it is purely a kind of. I mean, I haven't asked them. I haven't asked anybody on Just for Fans. You know, I haven't talked to anybody in customer service and all that stuff. But it's just that I don't think they would be happy if they basically had like 4,000, 5,000 videos uploaded to their website. I think that would be a poor move. That would be a poor move, maybe, possibly, kind of. I don't know. Yeah. But no, it's in the process. At least the not safe for workplace, you know, content will be saved for prosperity. Prosperity? That sounds wrong. That doesn't sound like the right word. You know what I mean, though. It'll be posterity. No, that sounds wrong. Posterior isn't that posterior? Isn't that the rear of something, or is that like an organ? It doesn't sound right. I might be mixing up words. My brain is wrong. Anyway, yeah, that's underway, and I will keep you guys updated for that. So yeah. I was supposed to be doing. Somebody might. Yes, the rear, posterior. Yeah, that does sound like the rear, but I didn't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. If anybody's paying attention, then they may notice that I said that I probably wasn't going to do a live stream tonight, and in fact, I was going to try to get back into streaming on Growler, and I had every intention. My phone battery died. Like, it's on charge now, but it's like it just nope. My timetable for today has been kind of mixed up. Damon brought me back KFC. Ugh. Damon remembered, my partner remembered that I was a piggy, and he brought me back a lot of KFC. And I was like, oh, so is this to share? And he was like, no, this is all yours. It was a big bag of KFC. I am chickened out. Okay, I'm done with chicken for the weekend. I don't want any more chicken. You know, I can still eat, but I'm still feeling very full from that, and that was like 4 hours ago. Very happy tummy, just kind of like I don't want any more chicken, you know. But yeah, the point is that he brought that to me like a couple of hours before I was going to eat something, and I'd already just ate something kind of like an hour before. So it was kind of like it screwed up my whole what do I do now timetable for today. Stuffed chicken belly pics. Oh, they're online. It's they've been seen. They're online. They've been done. I think there's even a video of me actually eating at KFC somewhere. I don't know. Oh, I think that's one of the things that got taken down from Pornhub because of the whole, you know, they don't do that stuff anymore on Pornhub for some reason. Weird. But yeah. Possibly in the drive. Well, yeah, it would be in the drive. I forget sometimes that you have a copy of the hard drives. But yeah, should be there. Should be there. There should be a KFC, me eating at KFC. So, me actually eating this exact meal at KFC. It was a boneless. It was a boneless family feast, bonus box deluxe or something. But yeah, I ate everything except for the gravy, because basically the gravy in the UK, the gravy isn't as good as the States. It's good in a different way, you know. In the States, it's very kind of like, gritty but greasy, and kind of like herby, and it's very chickeny. It's gravy, but it's like it's really thick, kind of like warm, meaty stock stuff. You know, in the UK, it's basically it's I think it's just a little bit thicker, and it's just a tiny bit more greasier. It doesn't have as much spice to it, you know. They kind of have the beefy flavor cranked up more than the spicy flavor, you know. So, and sometimes you like that. Sometimes you actually really like that. You don't want the spice to overwhelm the chicken, and I totally get that. But it's just that I can only stand so much gravy, unless I'm basically like being funnel fed gravy. It's like it's a thing, you know. But yeah, it's still good. It's just that it's good in a different way. Whereas like American KFC gravy, I could probably eat a lot of that stuff, because it's probably made with stuff that's really bad for you. The UK and European regulations, however, on like food mean that the food is still delicious, but it's also better for you, which means that it will taste better. Anyway, the point is that basically, like, having such a large amount of food early, after my tummy had recovered from yesterday's random bullshit that was happening, it's just that it's thrown me out of whack, and I don't really know what I'm doing timeline wise. So far I'm in the lull between, playing on the computer for a little bit before I go to bed. So yeah. So I got to read the chat, because it's like, yeah, I've been too much talking, and I really want to get on with the planning, because I've got a video planned, which doesn't have a time limit on it, but I really want to do this video because it's fun. It looks and sounds fun, and I kind of want to do it in a certain place, but I've got a feeling that I can't do it. I'm going to get into it. I'm just going to read this. Right, I'm just trying to think of what the video would be called. I have no idea. I'm sorry. There's a few videos of me eating on the drive, so yeah. Really depends on the cook making the gravy, because it's wild how sometimes it tastes different. I think it is regional, but I don't think it's like, I don't believe that any KFC, unless it's like a proper, like it's like a franchise that's like, oh, we are the, original KFC or whatever, or they're claiming to be one of the oldest KFCs or whatever. I don't believe that there is a KFC anymore that actually has all of their stuff. They actually prepare the KFC chicken there. I believe that it basically comes in pre-prepared, and then they just like heat it up, and then they give it to you. I think that's the only thing they do in the restaurants anymore. I don't actually believe that they actually, do the chicken. They actually get, chicken meat in, and then they do the whole process there and then in the restaurant anymore. So I think that they get basically a big tub of like gravy, and then they kind of just like dispense it into smaller tubs, or they basically get like a big box full of little tubs of gravy, and then they basically like just heat it up a little bit or something. I think. But yeah. I don't actually think that it depends on the chef kind of situation anymore. I don't think anybody that works at KFC considers themselves as a chef or a cook. You know, I've worked in the fast food industry. I know that basically it's like this kind of shit is the case. Is definitely everything I'm saying is probably true. Like East Coast KFC gravy is thick. I've had KFC a couple of times in the States. I know. Seattle KFC is a lot different to Virginia Beach KFC. Where was it? I need to ask Itchy. Where was it that we actually had KFC? But yeah. I don't know if I'm going. I don't know if I'm going to Vegas again. I really don't. I know I say this every year, but I honestly don't. I don't think I can afford it. I don't honestly. I don't. It's really hard for me to basically justify spending that much money on if basically everything happened and I knew about it beforehand, then it would be very hard for me to justify actually spending that money to do that again. Like I've been trying not to think about it too much and just remember the good bits, but like I just it's painful to remember a lot of I think this was the most that I've not enjoyed Vegas than any of the other years that I've been there. This was it. And it's kind of spoiled it a little bit for me. Even if I could afford it, it's like I don't know. I don't know if I actually want to go back to that. It's a real shame because I think if basically I went by myself, if I could afford it and I went by myself, I'd be okay with that. But I can't afford it, so I'm trying not to think about it too much. It kind of bums me out. Not demanding you do that, but if I come, force feeding gravy is a horny thought. Or force feed. This is the problem with me. And I've actually had a couple of feeders that basically have said this to me. Like that I take all of the fun out of force feeding because I'm too willing. It sounds terrible, but it's like I really enjoy being full. I really enjoy being overly full. The only part that I don't enjoy is the actual feeling that I'm about to vomit. I like feeling that, but I don't like the insistence of like no, sure you can, except the encouragement after that point. It's like no, you're not understanding. I know that if I eat anymore or drink anymore, my stomach, it's not going to go in. Like, it won't go down. And if it does go down, it definitely won't stay there. You know, I am fighting the urge right now to hurl. Okay, I can control that. I I know, and they get pissy about it sometimes. So I take out like I take the fun out of the force feeding aspect of it, you know, because I enjoy it too much, you know. It's a thing. What's the idea? I'll get to it. Shit, now I want a Fat Pig Daddy Sonar, covered in gravy. I mean, that's just like, okay. Yeah. Okay. Did I go over everything that I talked about today? Oh yeah, that I've been kind of like sorted. I did the editing last night, and I actually uploaded the Monster Tubs macro micro kind of video as well, and the client was very happy with it, so that's cool. And I got paid, so that was cool. They pay a lot of money. They're really good clients. I cannot say how I wish that more people were like this person. I can't remember if they said if they wanted to be identified or not. I don't think, because I had a client before that definitely doesn't want to be identified. The one with the other the other macro micro video that I did just before this one. I know that they don't want to be identified, but I can't remember if they also don't want to be identified. Anyway, I wish more people were like this guy, because I'm trying not to dox what sex gender they are. But I wish more people were like this guy. They really are very helpful with everything. They, you know, they I feel like they give me good feedback, but I feel like it's a bit kind of I feel like there's some people that you can tell that they are slightly they're slightly frightened to criticize you in case you basically take offense to it. I don't mind when people basically like point out stuff that's wrong with my videos. I don't mind. You know, it makes it easier next time for me to actually get stuff right. So I honestly don't mind. But they are very they like to sing my praises, which is nice. But yeah, they basically like they give me screenshots of like shots that they would like to see. You know, good but brief descriptions of what they would like to see. You're giving me enough freedom to basically like play around with it. I did notice that I missed out one shot from their shot list, and I don't think they noticed. But to be fair, I didn't notice, and I didn't notice until basically I was just just like about an hour ago when I went over the email of like I make sure that I got everything. I'm pretty sure I did. It's okay. I think I did. Um, so yeah. And they basically, yeah, they even provide like links on where to find stuff, like the tiny cars. So I've still got one on my desk. I think that's just going to stay on my desk. This one might be the lost car. I might just lose it on my desk. Which is kind of springy now because I accidentally smushed it. Well, I didn't. I smushed it for the camera, but also I can kind of take it apart because I tried to get one of the wheels off, and it didn't work. But no, it's okay. It's okay. But now that lives on my desk. And they also sent me some of the Foley work for it, so that's cool. Which is really good. But no, I finished that and I uploaded that video, and then I already said all of that stuff, so you get it, so that's cool. Yeah. Okay, so the planning. So as you may notice, there is a thing that's been scrolling across the screen, and it's been there for the past few videos, the few live streams that I've done. It's been there for a while, in fact, since just before the the pick dump. So the pick dump fiasco. So yeah, it basically is just I need ideas for these things, but we've already got ideas for some of them. I need to be reminded of what the ideas were, because like I've got a brief idea of what to do for each of these things, like furry, for example. I know that furry, and for me it's just like it's attached to my finger. But furry, the furry video idea is the ball-headed boss, and I am going to try to film that. That's basically like multiple shots and multiple things are being planned for that one. The squishing and the feet one, I might actually just like write off as this video that I just did being part of that, unless somebody has anything specific they would like to see for the squishing and or the feet one. So there you go. However, you may notice that I have been mentioning and like talking about and stuff my Icelandic pup. Now I have a puppy. It's a guy. Okay, it's a guy. He works in Iceland. I think he lives in Iceland as well. Like he lives in quarters. So I don't know exactly what he does in Iceland, whether he's a student or whatever. I know he's young, but he's not like below age. So stop it. Anybody that's trying to come after me for like trying to go after a minor, not the case. He is in his early 20s. Okay. But he has DM'd me a few times about certain things, and he's even like sent me links to certain things that he can't really afford sometimes. So I end up purchasing them, and then he basically like PayPal's me money for these things, which is very, very cool. Thank you for that. And basically, yeah, he's made certain requests, and I've made certain private videos for him, and I've basically like we've been talking, and it's just been very, very fun. He wants. I'm poking my tiny keyboard. He wants a coach video. I'm willing to give it to him. Mainly because he said that he can't afford the video right now, and I said to him, "It's like just say it's your birthday, and then we'll basically just would count that as your present." You know. So he was like, "Oh yes, I definitely want this." He doesn't have like any shots or any ideas of what he would like to, what he would like to see, how he would like to see it. There we go. He knows what he wants to see, but he doesn't know how he wants to see it. So basically, I'm given full creative freedom on how I want to shoot this video. But he wants Coach Tubbs. He wants to see this. Specifically, he wants to see the not bearded Tubbs. He wants the handlebar moustache back. Not the horseshoe moustache back. He wants to see like the full daddy kind of persona, but as a coach and all of that stuff. He's actually sent me a whistle to actually use in the video, because he wants like the whistle to be around my chain. That's how dedicated he is to wanting this video. But yeah, he wants like me in either a t-shirt or a polo shirt. The visor, apparently that's a coachy thing, which is, I gotta say, kind of, yeah. And yeah, like stubble, but with the horseshoe, and my gym shorts. Like I've got to get a full body shot in at some point. He wants the whole shebang. So yeah, I might even like put some of the sweatbands on the wrists just because for no reason, because I've got some sweatbands for the orc workouts that I'm going to be doing in the near future, and it's like yeah. But yeah, so he wants all of that stuff. He just doesn't know what he'd like to see. I am planning to basically film this, possibly sometime within this weekend. Now, this weekend is kind of packed for me because I'm well, sort of packed because I'm going to a mini version of like a vintage fair that's happening somewhere around here. So I'm not going to film it then, obviously, but whenever I do film it, I want to film it like, yeah. I don't know where to film this. This is the thing I'm trying to get at. I don't know where to film this because on the one hand, I do have access to a big field, and I kind of want to film it in the big field. But the big field is basically open to the entire village. We have a village field. We don't have a village green. It is essentially a bit of farmland that was donated to the village on the outskirts of the village over there. And I wanted to film a couple of things there. But the problem is that it's like it's open to the public. It's open to the entire village. And whenever I've like come close to needing to film something there, there's people. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be a big issue. If I basically like was able to get on a train and then go into London and then film it in the fucking parks, one of the parks in London, I'd be okay with that. Because I don't live there, but because I live here, you know, and I go for walks often, people know me. So they're gonna. I don't want to answer questions all the time about like why exactly I'm doing this because I can't lie, and I will tell them. It's like, oh, I'm filming something special for somebody, and they'd be like, in your tight gym shorts, with your clipboard and your coach whistle. I'm like, yes. Is it a sex thing? It's a sex thing. You know, I don't want to. I don't want to have this conversation with anybody. I'm an actor. No, it would be painful. It would just be painful and weird and wrong somehow. So yeah, that I think is out. You know, I was hoping to convince myself by talking about it just now. It did not work. I don't want to do this more now than I didn't want to do this before. So yeah, it's probably going to be in my garden. Got to try to figure out a way to make my garden look bigger than it is, you know, more appealing or something. I don't know. Hell, if the blue screen arrives like tomorrow or something, then maybe I could actually do this on blue screen. This will be a good test for it, I guess. But yeah, probably not. It's just like I can get away with filming a couple of things. Maybe not in the field, but where I go walking. But this I don't think it would work. Yeah. No, that's the yeah. So yeah, I need to find a clipboard. I know I have a clipboard, but I think it's I've got a big fancy pants clipboard. I don't actually have like an on the field clipboard because my old clipboard that I did actually have a field clipboard, that's broken. That's broken. Did you know if you leave plastic out in the sun, it can actually weaken the plastic to the point where it will just snap? Because that's what happened to my clipboard. It's like I had a nasty habit of basically I had like a little cover thing that I basically put over it, and then I'd flip it over and then lay the clipboard down, and it would basically like stay there on the bench. And the problem with that is that the plastic is facing up and the sun is ever present. And basically, like, after 2 weeks of only 2 weeks of this, one time I picked up the clipboard and turned it around, and it just like the rest of it kind of kept going, and it just snapped. I was like, oh. In fact, so yeah, I don't have a plastic like a proper, just a generic plastic clipboard anymore. I've got a fancy pants art clipboard, but it's like it's a fancy pants art clipboard. So I'm gonna ask Damon if he's got a clipboard. Otherwise, I might just have to run away and like get one before. But yeah. I mean, I could do the school thing and just use a plank of wood with with a proper clip. So I've got a proper clip because that's all a clipboard is. You just do that. But I want a clipboard. It's for the effect. It's for the effect. That piece of fluff is just like right. It's bugging the fuck out of me. But yeah, I'm gonna toot. Notepad. I could use a notepad. It's just that it's like it's. I don't know. I will see what's in my supplies when I go to film this, but essentially it's like it's not a big deal. But no, the plan is to basically film this at some point in the near future. So that's the next thing I'm going to film. If my blue green screen, whatever, if that shows up, also if that shows up tomorrow, then I should be able to actually film the furry video. But yeah. I wish I had the cash for the leather dad vid with your current beard, but your pup has beat me. Hey, basically, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to shave it yet. I'm going to see how he feels about this. He never watches these things live. He always watches the ones that make it to international release and stuff like that. And yeah, because sometimes the copyright for music and stuff means that the live streams don't get published internationally, and he doesn't see those, but he never watches them live. So I wish he did, because if he could, that would be great. If you are watching this in the future, in your quarters in Iceland, then could you please fucking just like make sure that you just like turn notifications on so you can tell when I'm going to go live, and then you can tell me like what exactly you want to see. But he might be okay with the beard. I don't know. I might just do a trim. Get the proper beard, the bear trim, the bear cut of the beard. But yeah. What leather stuff would you like? What video are you thinking of? I'm really thirsty. That's what KFC does to me. Like it sucks out all of the moisture. Oh. Did you flee? Oh, I've also got the construction video. The construction video I want to do as well. Right, but like, what would I need for that exactly? You know. Did I turn the heating off? What's the outside temperature? 10. Oh, beep. 10 degrees. I'll get the clothing later. The gear you worn before. I just don't remember the names. I mean, you're not even going to try. That's the annoying part, you know? You know, just it kind of makes me feel like this is why this is why that like I kind of like am interested in like I'm really interested in doing that, not just because he's been a very good pup and everything, but I'm very interested in fulfilling this puppy's request, is because like he's passionate about every fucking thing except for exactly what I'm doing. He just wants the look. He wants to see it come to fruition. You know. So he's basically like, I want the clipboard, I want the shorts, I want a polo shirt or a t-shirt, just something that looks kind of like, you know. He definitely was actually more interested in a polo shirt, I think. The only problem is that most of the polo shirts I've got are kind of like either way too small for me, or there's the Guinness one, but that's black, so it kind of like it doesn't reveal. It looks just it's very dark, you know. It's just very dark. So yeah. Dad shirt. What's a dad shirt? So leather vest. I know that one. With the extenders. No cap. Any pants? Well, my pants situation is annoying. I've literally got one pair of pants, and it's zippers, but well, not a zipper. The button is broken. The button busted off, and it just like I'm actually a bit embarrassed about the whole thing. I need new pants. I need new panties. I've actually got new underpants. It's raining now. Oh, good. Just when I was thinking about like going inside because I need to pee. Now there's water dripping from the sky, literally dripping on top of the roof, and I can hear it, and it's like, pee! I will pee later. I will pee later. I'm not desperate or anything. It's fine. So yeah, I've only got like those pants. The darkest shoes that I have. Are we going to see the shoes? We very rarely see my shoes. I've got boots or these trainers. And I mainly wear these trainers as basically slippers. You know? So the only leather part of this outfit is the waistcoat. Dad shirt for me means a shirt that allows the belly to peek. It's specifically a shirt. So like buttons, right? Not a polo shirt or a t-shirt. It's just if I have the vest over it, the waistcoat, if I have that over it, then it's gonna close up most of the shirt anyway. You know? If it's buttons. T-shirt. So a tight shirt. There are many t-shirts. So I've got a bottle cap on the floor and I'm scraping it across my old falling apart mat because I'm trying to destroy it. Tight t-shirt. Well, I have a few of those. I have a few new shirts as well. Looking forward to showing those off. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to talk about. I've been trying to figure out, like, there's something else that I was going to talk about. There was I talked about briefly doing the construction worker video with the new shirt, with the high-vis shirt, which is still in my office. It's just been like in a pile over here. But yeah, there's that one. I'm doing that one as well. But also I wanted to talk about, because it's coming up to that time of year. It's coming up to that time of year. It is coming up to Christmas in July. It's time for the Summer Santa video. So yeah, I'm going to need ideas for that eventually, like soonish. Because on the 25th of this month, that's basically like the countdown is going to be going for the 25th of July, which is of course Christmas in July. So yeah, I need ideas for the Christmas in July video, whenever that's going to happen. And we all know that basically, like, you know, Christmas is like the time for the actual Santa video, and I tried to actually make a big deal out of it with like doing a Santa video of me in the Santa get up, you know. However, Christmas in July means Summer Santa, which means that basically it could be anything. We could like have a faux barbecue, you know, specifically thinking about the video idea. We could have basically like just a video of me wearing red or green or something. Shaving the beard and having just a mustache, because I honestly believe that Santa can do that. I honestly believe that if Santa's real, which I'm like, I really want to believe that he basically can, like, this is what he does. Like, he has his own Christmas in July. So basically, like, which is his Christmas, where he's not working or anything, and that basically is like almost like his birthday, and he basically goes somewhere nice and hot and tropical or whatever, and he has his own little holiday, own little Christmas. But he doesn't have like a big bushy beard, because that would be impractical in warmer climates. So he shaves off his beard, just has the mustache, and it all grows back before Christmas, because he's magic and he can do that, but also because he's Santa. So yeah. And I basically want to honor him by basically doing something Santa-y in July, because it's Christmas in July. People may not know this about me, but I really do like Christmas. I love it so much that I want 2 of them. And it's not about the gifts or anything like that. I honestly just want 2 Christmases a year, just because I like the whole general feel of Christmas and just the atmosphere and stuff. And oh my god, my tooth is hurting. Okay. Yep, no idea what's going on there, but just when I hit certain notes with my voice, it vibrates my teeth to the point where that frequency is apparently exactly on the nerve of this lower canine. What the fuck? Can I catch a break? I had the random bullshit tummy ache thing yesterday, and now this. Really? Anyway, Christmas in July video ideas. If anybody has them, from the 25th, you will have a month to basically come up with them. But yeah, I'll do something. I figured out exactly. I love your waistcoat vest thing. It's a waistcoat. It's a leather waistcoat. With the armband. Do you mean like the gauntlet? Or do you mean like an armband? Because I've never had an armband. I did twist around the shoulder band. Armband. This is if it's here, if it's a strap here, it's an armband, or it's an arm strap. If it's here, it's kind of like a gauntlet, or wristband. Okay. I do actually have those because they're from the strongman costume. Right, I've never had one of those. If you got like a picture of me wearing one of those, it's actually not a strap. It's one of the extenders that basically I tried to put on to see if it would work. It does work, but it falls off very, 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 very easily, especially since I haven't been working out, so it will not stay there. So yeah. The tooth thing is really annoying. Off-topic question: is there a Foo Fighters song / album I should start with? I don't remember the names of the albums, but The Pretender is like that's in my top 5 songs of all time. At least I would say that's one of my top 5s. One of my top 5's go-to songs of all time. The Pretender. It's really good. But they have a bunch of good songs. You know, they've got like they even have some wacky like comedic songs and stuff as well. But I like a lot of their stuff. You know me, I don't really have favorites. DRA is pretty good. Trying to think of any. I don't remember names of stuff, so it's like it's hard. Songs are really hard to remember names of. Because they're not always obvious. Like they're not always like the main thing that's said all the time in the song. They could be like something completely different, and I can't even think of one example of that right now. It's really annoying. But yeah, DOA. What's another one? Monkey Wrench, I think is one of them. One of theirs, and that's okay. I wouldn't say it's one of their best, but like I think they actually do have an album that is like the best of Foo Fighters. There was a couple of bands that did that. Because I know the Offspring, they did that as well. They've got like a best of. I even know Snow Patrol also have a best of, but these might be unofficial compilations, so I'm not entirely sure. But I'm pretty sure that I do own the best of. Best of You, also, that's another Foo Fighters song. And it's pretty good. Is it that one's also pretty good, yeah. But The Pretender is my favorite of theirs and one of my favorite songs ever. So yeah, so much good percussion in that, really good instrumental work, as well as like, you know, the vocals are pretty good, but they're pretty good rock vocals. Okay, a lot of it does sound very much like shouting, but like it's not all that. Some parts of the vocals sound almost like you're listening to the Beatles. It's very, very surreal, especially like the opening couple of lines of the vocals. It's very much almost like it's from a Beatles song somewhere, you know. Like my dad, before, who was like a huge Beatles fan, he basically did actually tell me that before he passed away, that one of the reasons why he likes the Foo Fighters is because on a couple of their songs, when they're doing the slow singing stuff, it does sound very much like whenever the Beatles did the slow singing stuff, and it's like, yeah, I can hear that. It's weird, but yeah. Anyway, Foo Fighters pretty good. The Pretender, like one of my favorite songs ever. I'm struggling to think of any more. names of songs. But no, I really like the Foo Fighters. Um, yeah, it's one of their later stuff. It's one of their later stuff. It's not like one of their latest stuff. It's one of their later stuff. But yeah. Anyway, that's the plan. Those are the plans of what's happening, what's coming up, and what's to get excited about and stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm looking forward to it anyway. I really enjoyed this project. I wish that I had more time to basically like sort it out and do it. But considering that this project, the one I just finished, considering that this project has been on the on the books, I noticed the notification, the email that I got when I was doing the pick dump. So basically, it's been the video that I just done, the giant video, the Monster Tubs video. That's it. The video that I just done. It's been a long time coming, and I kind of rushed the ending. All of the Foley work and all of the sound mixing and all of that stuff. Even some of the editing skills a little bit slapdash, and I feel really guilty about that. I just wish that I had like more time to actually work on it. One of the good things about the video for the pup in particular is that he didn't have a set time, so I can basically be as crazy with this as I want to be. I can basically like go all out. I can like, if I really wanted to, I could make this like properly edited cinema quality. I'm not going to, because it's like I don't want to ruin it by doing it too artsy fartsy for what is essentially a video that he's just going to jack off to a couple of times. I but I am going to make a real effort to actually make this kind of like worthwhile. I might even record some of it walking when I go out and do one of my walks. I might take with me like a bag of like of supplies. Basically like the clipboard, the whistle, and the tripod, all of that stuff. I might take that with me and basically like go over there and then find a really secluded spot when I'm doing my walk and record for a little bit, because funsies. Toot. So I just got ideas of what I'm going to do if I actually do that. I really want to do that now. Gonna wait for it to be sunny, at least a little bit. It's the chair. Yeah, I also got like a really good idea to do like part of the video basically in my bathroom and pretend that that's the locker room, maybe. But that would require me to talk, and I don't do that in videos. I could do it without talking. I could do something naughty without talking. I don't know. I don't know. Will the coach vid be private? I'm going to put it up so the patrons can see it. It'll be on the Patreon feed. And of course, I'm going to send him the link to it as well. Although I do send him, I think he's a Patreon. He's a patron. Pretty sure he is. So he will see it anyway. But no, like all of my videos, it will be available to the patrons first, and then it will be uploaded to. It'll be a random, within a month it will be uploaded. So yeah. Okay, why am I tooting so much? Got round gas pains, so it has to come out. The only thing is people being in costume while doing normal stuff. So that walking idea is very good. Well, I am going to. I was thinking about stuff I could do while I'm there, because the place where I walk is like it's on a riverbank. So essentially, it's kind of like there are stretches in which you can be seen, but you're usually too far away for anybody to care, to actually see what you're doing, kind of thing. So I could basically go out there and set up and stand on the bank, look towards the field, and pretend like I'm watching like a team practice, like a rugby team practice or like a American football practice, and I could do the regular stuff, like I could hold the clipboard, I could pretend to write down on the clipboard, I could pretend to whistle, and I could pretend to clap, if I get really into it, I might even bark a few orders. I don't know what I would say, but I don't know. But I'd have my mirrored specs on and stuff like that, and it would be like I could do all sorts of imposing motions, do the dad stance, which is something that I'm just doing. I just do that. Apparently, I do that a lot. The hands on the hips thing. It's a very daddy thing. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a very daddy thing, but yeah. But yeah, there'll be like a bunch of me walking as well, I guess. But yeah, it kind of depends. It kind of, like I said, it kind of depends how busy it is when I'm actually recording the video. Yeah. When do the schools break up? Schools break up in England. When do they break up in England? I mean, it's not a very schooly thing. Yeah, it's not really a kiddie area that a bunch of kids walk down and stuff. But I imagine if I did it during school hours, then essentially it would be even quieter. Maybe. I don't think the fishermen go down all the way like I walk down all the way. So yeah. The base, yeah, like I said, it's the chair. It's the chair because it's a faux leather chair, so it makes them sound like that. Actual coach orders or corny coach orders? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that part. Depends how. Like I said, it kind of depends on how isolated I manage to get, because whenever I go for a walk, I always encounter somebody walking their dog, and it's always a different person, which is always strange. But whenever I go for a walk over there by the riverbank, it's basically it's like I said, it's very very kind of it's not busy. It's usually just the one person, but without fail, I will encounter that person, and it's like I don't know at what stage that's going to happen, but like I said, we'll find out. What's if it's like really quiet, or if I meet them early before I set up, then basically I might just get into it and do a few takes of something. I don't know, me yelling something. I've got lots of experience yelling orders to cadets. So basically, it's like I just might just use that experience. That might be weird. I might end up with like no voice again because I haven't done that for a while. I've not used my my coachy voice. So yeah. It's June 14th. I know the school is still going. I know the school was still going. On Thursday and or Friday. I think the school was still happening. Because that might be the last day of school. The only reason why I know that is because the new radio that I got, that is basically the intercom. Is that charged up? Yep.
Power on. 2.
Yeah, channel 1.
1. 2.
Is the school, which is the school in the village. Basically, they use these radios, or they use like the same frequency that the channel 1 is on, and like that it freaked me out because I didn't know that, and like I just had it on in here. This is the intercom radio. This is the radio that connects to the house, so that basically me and Damon can talk to each other while I'm in here and he's in his office. And yeah, the school uses the same radio, so I know that they basically were like during lunchtime they were using these to try to rally up the children to basically they were using these to talk to each other whilst they were rallying up the children so that they can have segregated dinners, by the years in which they're in, by the grades that they're in, So yeah, they were like, I just was randomly sitting here, and then all of a sudden I got a random thing come over the radio saying, like, we're ready for year four to the dining hall. And I was like, the fuck, And then it basically went off again. So I changed channel to channel 2, and that's what we use now instead of
1.
we use
2.
So yeah, these things are pretty cool, although they are a bit spooky when they randomly go off at like 4 a.m. Just at 4 a.m., just out of nowhere, it'll go. And it's like, what? So yeah, turn off. There's nobody in the house awake now anyway. But yeah, so I know the schools are still in, but they might have had their last day yesterday. So yeah, I know when they go back, school starts in early September, like as close as you can to the 1st of September. That's when school starts. I only remember that because I remember being a kid, and my my birthday was like my birthday parties or my birthday get-togethers and stuff were always a pain in the butt to organize with friends, because most kids, they have their birthdays like during the school year, and like when you're at school, it's very easy to, because you're kind of forced to meet up with your friends and stuff, or your classmates and stuff. So you're in the same place to basically invite people to your birthday party or your birthday get together or whatever you want to do. Whereas in the summer, there's no place that you are forced to basically interact with your friends. And during the time before cell phones, before mobile phones, that was annoying as fuck. I was a very active kid, and yeah, I basically would have to walk miles and miles and miles, ride my bike miles and miles and miles, just to get to my friends' houses to basically organize getting my birthday ready. Get to my birthday party ready to make sure that some of my friends came to my birthday. And yeah, like I said, that was annoying as fuck. Because my birthday is in early September, so yeah, it's not like I can just immediately get to school and then be on the first day of getting back to school, or the first day of the year of getting back to school, just quickly go to everybody. It's like, I know everybody's trying to settle in for the new year and everything, but could you come to my party tomorrow night, please? It's really annoying. Okay. Well, it stopped raining, so that's something. These radios are really cool. I like the walkie-talkies. I like walkie-talkies. They used to be the number one thing, the number one toy that I wanted when I was a kid, was some walkie-talkies. Even the kiddie walkie-talkies were really good. And then basically I got to the age of being 11 or 12 or something, and I found out that adults had walkie-talkies, and I wanted an adult walkie-talkie. And not like this, by the way. This is really plasticky and kind of shit, but it's still a working adult walkie-talkie. I'm talking about the giant walkie-talkies that you used to see people have properly in their pockets. Police and stuff. They used to have huge walkie-talkies right here. And I wanted one of those as a kid. Really expensive. This thing is like $10, and I got two of them, and that includes the extra batteries, the charger stand, and the earpieces. These things came with earpieces. I had to buy the shoulder one, which I've always wanted. But yeah. That was $5, by the way. The shoulder thing, that was $5. But I remember these things. The more professional looking ones, the huge ones. They had like a buttons and the screen and everything, you know, the little LCD screen, and all of that stuff. They all had that stuff, and it was like, $40 just for one, $80 if you wanted to get two of them, you know, a set. What's a set of them? Oh, haven't I actually done this? Just realized I don't really want to break it, but it was implied that I can actually take off it came with another antenna in case this one came off, but this doesn't feel like it's going to move without breaking. So I'm not going to do that. Anyway, it's kind of implied that you can actually take the antenna off, but you can't. It doesn't look like you can. Shoulder earpiece sounds good for security. I've got the earpiece and I've got the actual shoulder one, the actual shoulder clicker. You know, it's a speaker and it's a microphone. So you basically have like one on your shoulder, but it doesn't have an antenna because it's like this thing is actually like clipped to your belt, and then like it's got a giant piece right here where you plug in the actual like shoulder connector thing, and you can actually like talk on that, which is kind of cool. But I've also got the earpiece as well if I wanted to use that. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And it is basically, I got the earpiece and I got the shoulder clicker, essentially just so that I could make the cop thing look more authentic, or at least a little bit better, because it was just lacking something, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I didn't want to put more stuff on the belt because the belt would just like, it's not really attached to the pants in the first place, and those pants aren't even real, and it's like, ugh. So I was like, not attaching anything to the pants then. How do I make this look a bit more authentic? And I was like, well, radio. I had a radio. So yeah. Plus, also, the main reason is because I thought this thing had lapels. Is that what they're called? I'm really annoyed at that. I know epaulets. Epaulets are the things that go on the shoulders that basically have like a little frill, like tassels to them. But is it lapel, the actual thing where you it's basically you can put your hat under it, you know? But yeah, they're meant so that you can actually like clip on things, and to also show your military rank if you're basically in the army or the navy. I don't think they have them for the Air Force. At least in the UK, I don't think they have them in the Air Force. But that's where your rank insignia, your rank is on there sometimes. Anyway. I know in the Navy they have them on the wrist sometimes as well. In the Army, it's buttons. It's in your buttons on your your dress uniform. So yeah. Anyway, anything you want to say to me before I leave? Anything anybody wants to say to me before I leave? Oh yeah, that's the thing I was going to point out. These things
Power on. 2.
They also have a flashlight or a torch. It's not very powerful, but yeah. It's also a little emergency light, which is kind of cute. So yeah. Okay. So there's nothing else? No? We're all good? We're all good? Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. That heart is in the way. In low shots with... All right, okay. Well, I'll think about it. We might get to it if we basically get through these videos. Or if my green screen doesn't... My blue green screen, whatever. Or if that basically doesn't come after I filmed this one. This video, the coach video. Yeah. But for now, I know what you meant. Yeah. For now, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow, but I possibly will be doing a live stream on Growler tomorrow, and I will be here for the day after tomorrow to basically let you guys know if I actually recorded anything good or anything at all. Anything good or anything at all. And yeah, to just catch up and see how we're getting on, because it is gonna be Sunday, so yeah. So yeah, we will see. Anyway, KFC filled belly rubs. Oh. And belly salute. And yeah, I'm gonna run away and pee. Oh, hello. So above my pipe rack, there was a spider just hanging, just in midair, upside down. You know, not like it's more like it's upside down, hanging from nothing, just floating. But it's okay. It's a good spider. It's okay, and it's not above me. It'll just fall down behind my pipe rack, which will be unfortunate, but you know, it's not like it's going to kill it or anything. Anyway, yeah, I need to pee now that I've stood up and I sat down and I squished my bladder, so that was bad. So I'm going to go pee. Yeah. See you guys either tomorrow on Growler or the day after on here. But yeah, toodles.